Hey guys, Toolman Tim here. Today we're going to do an unboxing of the new dual fuel 5,000 watt Predator generator from Harbor Freight. And along the way, I'll share my initial thought. This is not going to be a review, it's just an unboxing and what do I think of this guy right out of the box. So first, let's lay out the specs. So on gas and propane, you're going to get a surge wattage of 5,000. You're going to get running wattage of 3,900 on gasoline and 3,600 on propane. It has a whopping 224 cc engine. It runs on both gas and propane. Comes with a remote start. It's got flat free heavy duty wheels and my favorite, the telescoping handle. This sucker has a dry weight of 110 pounds. It's got 6 outlets on the front. It's got a 14 liter or 3.7 gallon gas tank. It'll give you a runtime of 18.2 hours at a 25% load on gas and 14.6 hours on a 20-pound propane tank. In case you're wondering, the engine will take 10W30 and it requires 0.6 of a liter or 0.64 of a quart of oil. It even comes with a 6.5 amp hour 12-volt battery for the electric start. Here's a nice up-close look. You got a rubber-coated on-off switch, rubber-coated fuses. Ready for this? Oh yeah. 120 volt there, 2 there, USB-C, USB-A, DC plug, parallel. Oh, you can hook it up in parallel. There's your LCD readout. There's your propane hookup right here. Environmental throttle, I believe. Storage, propane, gasoline. Check this guy out right here. That has been long overdue on a generator right there. That is beautiful. Nice and sturdy. A little bit of a bend to it. Bigger wheels than the old Predators. Thank you for listening. It's an up-close look here on the side panel. Here's the inside. It has an automatic choke, but there is a manual override choke on the inside. Fill gas here, add oil here. Did not come with oil, but that's okay. Here's your safety up on top. Gas only. Don't put propane in there, folks. Pull start over here. Another removable panel on this side. Let's check this guy out. There's your battery. If you want to hook up a trickle charger, you can access it right there. I like those little wing nuts for taking it on and off. There's your dipstick, your drain for your oil, I guess. That's interesting. I believe that's your starter there. Here's your pull cord here. First few things I really like about this. Over on this side right here, I love all the rubber-coated switches. They feel very substantial and they put some thought into this being outdoors in some inclement weather. It's a heavy unit, 110 pounds. Not as heavy as a comparable Honda, but pretty darn close. The wheels, I love them. My biggest complaint over my old Predator, the small dinky wheels. You pretty much had to carry it everywhere. I love the telescoping handle right here. The only downside is it's not quite as robust as I'd hoped it would be. It definitely bends when you pick it up. Keep an eye on that. Fully extended, you might end up having some problems with it eventually. The Predators are typically very difficult to move around on wet and muddy ground. This is going to be a game changer for that. The frame feels a little bit better than the last one I had. Handles up here for lifting, got good knurling on them, and they're designed for big beefy mitts to pick them up. The remote comes preloaded with batteries, and it feels more substantial than I expected. I've seen remotes from $2,000 and $3,000 scooters that didn't feel this substantial in your hand, so I'll give them that. One shock that I had when I opened this up was this little package of jet nozzles right there. I, for a second, panicked and thought, oh my God, every time you want to switch this over to propane, you got to swap these jets out. Thank goodness you don't. Harbor Freight, either due to customer complaints or some serious forethought, actually includes 1, 2, 3 different jets for between 2,000 and 7,000 feet of elevation. So if you're taking this to Everest Base Camp, you can swap it out and let it work. Fuel selector switch on the front definitely turns hard. At least it's not going to vibrate off into the wrong setting while it's running. I love that push button light up start right there. I also really enjoy the big wide accessibility panels on either side. Almost the entire side comes off, giving you fairly free rein to the interior workings of the generator. Something else, if you're wondering, this has an automatic choke on it, which means you can start it with a remote. I've been asked before, how do you remote start a generator if you can't access the choke? Well, there you go. Now, if you do need to adjust it manually, On the side there, I did find that when I opened it up. One more downside to this is, look at the size of this damn propane regulator. This is the dual fuel propane regulator for the Predator, 5,000 watt. This is the propane regulator for the tri-fuel, almost 10,000 watt Furman generator. This guy right here, he's big and he's got a lot of plastic on him. That makes me a bit nervous because this screws onto your propane tank, this screws on to the head of the generator. Just be careful, that's all. It does have a clamp right there to hold on to something, so there is that. I wish this was a little bit smaller. So overall, I'm quite impressed with the unboxing of this. The extent of what I'd seen of this was in a few online reviews and a quick up close, touchy-feely at the Harbor Freight itself. So I'm glad I got it home, I got it unboxed. I hope you enjoyed this first look. I hope this wasn't too much of a tease, just being an unboxing, but stay tuned in a couple of weeks. We'll do a full breakdown. We're gonna test the range of the remote start. We're gonna run it on propane. We're gonna run it on gasoline. We're gonna test the decibels. We're gonna see, hey, is Harbor Freight telling the truth about these things? So if you stuck around to the end of this video, it means, hey, I probably made this video for you. So hit the subscribe button, stick around, because I got a ton other generator content just for you. And if you're down the rabbit hole right now and you're like, you know, I really want an inverter generator. I really like the Predator brand. Why don't you check out my review of the Predator 3500 watt inverter generator right there. And guys, as always, stay happy, stay healthy, and have a great week.